AM and 95.3 FM.
Connell wide open at the 40, 45, 50. He's loose. 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Huron. 82-yard touchdown. Quick set by Hines up the middle. Mitchell on the ricochet. Can't get to it. That sleight of hand that all good setters can do. Hampton Hines with the quick set kill.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Hines again. Set across Plagan. Left side. Through the block. Huron at match point again. And he's looking right. Going to throw it that far sideline. Kevin Moaning had a step. Holt McNeil put it in there perfectly. 32 yards.
The Huron Tigers are brought to you by these First Team Sports backers.
The Huron Tigers are brought to you by Wilbur Ellis, Huron Community Campus, Slumberland Furniture, Rostrello Motors, Dairy Queen, Dakota Land Feeds, Huron Regional Medical Center, Car Chiropractic Clinic in Huron, Real Estate Connection, Elwine Brothers, Vision Care Associates. The Tigers are also brought to you by the Norby Center for Recreation, Ryan's Hangar Restaurant, Hartman Physical Therapy, Farmers Union Insurance of Huron, Blaine Anderson, PB Sports, The Scoreboard, South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Gary Zell Auto Glass, First National Bank, and Kurtz Heating and Cooling.
Here's two-time South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year and the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Good evening. Wrestling mode tonight at the Huron Arena. Final duel of the year for the Huron Tigers. Final regular season matchup. Tiger boys, at least, are off for 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 2 days till the region after tonight. So really important to wrestle tonight because there's a big gap in the schedule heading into the regions. Huron girls only wrestling 4 tonight. They do have a couple of tournaments left before the end of their regular season. Of course, the girls don't have regions. They have to be seeded in the top to 16 to advance to state. So important matches for the girls, the 4 who are wrestling tonight. And then for the Huron boys, you know, it's your last tune-up here basically for 2 weeks before you get to the region. So both squads looking to close it out against a couple of very good Huron or Watertown teams, both top 5 ranked teams. So it'll be a tough matchup both ways. Talked to both our coaches, Drew Strand, head coach of the girls, and Matt Goth, head coach of the boys. Those interviews coming up after this timeout on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
Is the fully transparent, fully loaded, feel-good energy drink you've been waiting for. No sugar, no artificial colors, epic focus, complete performance. Pick up a can of Ghost Energy distributed by Elwine Brothers at Fair City Foods, Carlson's, Super X, Southside, Freedom, DJ's Travel Center, Lewis Drug, Thunderbird, and Quinter Pantries in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers best of luck. Go Tigers! As your child's body changes, their eyesight does too, especially in the teen years. Don't let your child fall behind in front of the smart board or the scoreboard because their vision can't keep up. According to a recent survey, 84% of parents in the United States wait until their child complains of vision issues before scheduling an eye exam. Many common vision problems can be corrected when caught in early childhood, so don't delay. Give Dr. Porish a call today. See the best.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Getting set for our final duel of the season. Hard to believe it's already here. Already senior night for the Huron Tigers as well. Huron hosting Watertown at the arena tonight. Matt Goth, head coach of the Tiger Boys, joins us first up here. And Coach, a busy weekend last weekend where he had the Pier Duel and then went right up to the Lee Wolf and also had some kids wrestle in Groton and had some pretty decent results there, especially on Saturday.
Yeah, we had quite a few good tournaments. Carter Nelson in Groton took 5th. Ryder took 3rd. Creighton was able to take 6th at the Lee Wolf. Aiden Zvetsky was able to take 7th. Lado So took 5th. Tegan Lean won Groton. Moses took 2nd. TJ Lean took 3rd in Groton. Lucas Chaparro took 5th in Groton. Da took 7th at the Lee Wolf. Brian took 4th at the Lee Wolf. So those were some of our outstanding performances from last weekend, and hopefully these guys can keep it rolling off of those big wins they had last week.
You know, and really, this is key. Tonight's key in a couple of ways. Obviously, first off, Watertown's pretty good, and two, due to the changes in scheduling with the state dual tournament, we lost our own invitational tournament, and after tonight, we're off till regions.
Yeah, this is our last match before regions, so we kind of see where we're at. Then we get a couple weeks off to recover, get our bodies right, and be ready to roll in the middle of February, and hopefully we have a good postseason.
And like I said, Watertown is a loaded team. They're going to put a lot of top-ranked guys on the mat. But you do see a few spots in our lineup where, you know, kind of interesting to see just how the kids do.
Yeah, at 106, Carter wrestled a close match with him early in the year. Then at 132, we can wrestle pretty close. 138, La should be able to wrestle a close match. TJ Lean, Lucas Chaparro, and Charcer, haven't seen their guys yet this year, so also should be good matches. Brian Ramirez should be able to come away with a win tonight as well.
You know, and Moses Gross suffered his first loss of the season, and I know you were talking last week, there's a top-ranked Class B guy going to be there, and they're kind of on a collision course, and give the kid from Canton credit, he took care of business.
Yeah, the kid was ready to roll, and kind of took it to Moses, and you learn from your losses, and you're ready to roll moving forward. Yeah, short memory, and keep wrestling.
And my guess is Moses is going to use that as motivation here tonight.
Yeah, he's a level-headed kid, and he'll learn from his mistakes he made and keep growing as a wrestler and an individual.
And just wrap it up with this, as we mentioned earlier, really the end of the regular season tonight. Hard to believe how quickly things have went by here on this season. But senior night, obviously good to honor the seniors, and then, well, get ready for February.
Yep, it's an exciting night for our seniors. A big group of them came in as freshmen and started wrestling for us, so it'll be fun to see them wrestle their last time at Huron Arena.
Matt Goth, head coach of the Huron Tiger boys, take this time out on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends. The Huron Tiger football team won their one and only state championship of the playoff era in 1992. The stage was actually set in 1991 when the Tigers rolled through the regular season undefeated, made it to the championship game before losing to O'Gorman. In 1992, under head coach Dan Thielen, the Tigers rolled through the season with a 12-1 record and defeated Watertown 30-0 in the state championship game. Mike Struck was the Joe Robbie MVP.
The Huron Tiger scoreboard update is brought to you by Kurt's Heating and Cooling in Huron. Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hanger Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hanger can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hanger Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
And we're back here getting set for a final duel of the season for Huron Tiger Wrestling. It's senior night as well here at the arena. Huron Tigers hosting Watertown. Drew Strand, head coach of the girls, joins us here. And Drew did have some results from last weekend up in the Lee Wolf. Not sure if you had anybody in Groton as well, but no, he got a lot of wrestling in last weekend.
Yep, I mean, in Aberdeen we did pretty well. You know, a couple of our girls came out there and they did a fantastic job, and like I told you, I think last home duel we just got to go out and this is our time to grind at those individual tournaments to see if we can give ourselves a chance And Kaylee Bowden, just like she did the other night, she kind of started her run the other night in our duel that we had previously against Pierre, and just continued it into the Lee Wolf, and has worked her way up into, and hopefully she can stay in the runnings to make it to state as one of the 16. She just won out of the mini girls that we had at the Lee Wolf tournament that really kind of turned it on and just started to wrestle to their potential and felt good doing it.
And now tonight, well, it's just kind of a rough lineup for you, to be honest. Only 4 girls going to wrestle in the duel with Watertown. It's a combination of things. You got a couple of girls with injuries. You got, 2 or 3 girls that are getting low on weigh-ins, and you still have 2 tournaments to go after tonight. So you just had to kind of space things out here as much as anything.
Yep, I mean, we got a couple of girls that are there on weigh-ins, and we can only have 15 a year, so we got to keep an eye on those things. And so we'll have a couple sit out tonight just because we'd rather go in and wrestle a tournament versus one match. So we got that going on, and then hopefully just getting over some of our banged up injuries that we have for a couple of the girls. And unfortunately, losing Caitlin hasn't helped out our dual team or just her in general, as I know she was one of the girls that was also going to make it to state as well. So just kind of hurts us all around, and we just got to continue to, these young girls just got to continue to just kind of grow in the sport and just get some more experience.
And finally here, just look at the 4 matchups you have. Watertown comes in with some pretty solid wrestlers, including right off the bat, we'll see number 1 in the state most likely.
Yep, I mean, we saw her early on this year, and I know she's been wrestling a while. If I'm correct, I think she's only an 8th grader still, and she's a pretty good one at that, and she wrestles really well. So, our girls just got to go out there and give them the best and see what happens. We kind of, I know Coach Peter says it once in a while, you don't have to beat your opponent for 6 minutes straight. It only takes a little bit. So maybe tonight, our girls will kind of go out there and see what can happen.
And for those 4 girls coming out tonight, boy, pull out a win tonight. You talked about the seedings because there's no region for girls. A win tonight could go a long ways for them.
Yep, I mean, getting a win over somebody who has that many wins or has beat a lot of opponents definitely will help out your seed points to try to get into the top 16. So, that's kind of what our girls are trying to do at this point. And we just got to go out there and execute our game plan and see what happens.
Drew Strand, head coach of the Huron Tiger girls. Timeout on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
Shane Hartman here at Hartman Physical Therapy. I'd like to welcome you to visit our clinic at 2297 Kansas Avenue Southeast in Huron. We provide the care you need for orthopedics, sports injuries, spinal issues, arthritic conditions, and work-related injuries. Our licensed staff will assess the problem, provide the rehab, and get you on the road to recovery. Wishing all area athletes a healthy and successful season. Hartman Physical Therapy, restoring health through thoughtful patient care.
The Huron Tiger scoreboard update is brought to you by Kurt's Heating and Cooling in Huron.
Not using your timeshare like you thought you would, and you'd like to get rid of it, but you're not sure how to go about it. And all of a sudden, you receive a call from a company saying that they have a purchaser for your timeshare if you'd like to sell it now. In order to do this, you'll have to pay a listing cost of $4,000 and small closing costs, and you'll be rid of your timeshare. You need to be skeptical if you receive this call. There's typically no buyer, and all they're going to do is take your $4,000. If you've been victimized by this type of scam, call Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
And back at the arena again, good evening. I'm Jeff Duffy with Huron Tiger Wrestling for the boys' final match of the regular season, then 2 weeks and 2 days off before they hit regions. Huron Tiger girls still have a couple of tournaments to go. They don't have regions, so important for the 4 girls wrestling tonight. And also when they go to the Harrisburg tournament, then the ESD tournament, got to get in that top 16 by the seeding formula in order to advance to the state tournament. Here's the girls lineup, just 4 matches tonight. Huron has a couple of injuries and also a couple of girls that are just about maxed out on their weigh-ins. You can only weigh in so many times during a season, so they are saving this one and keeping them available for the for the tournaments where they'll get more than one match in. So here's the lineup here at 100 pounds. Olivia Anderson, ranked number 1 in the state, 8th grader for Watertown. Natu Yee, senior for Huron. At 107, Brooke Randall, 7th grader for Watertown, will wrestle freshman Shaylee Sa of Huron. Then at 126, Ava Grismer, freshman for Watertown, will wrestle Kumwi Pa, senior for Huron. And then the final match, or the final actually wrestled match, Watertown has a full lineup here, so they're just going to win on forfeits alone. Jaron Fiber is a junior for Watertown. Segley will wrestle for the Huron Tigers. Here's the lineup for the boys duel, and we're full at all of the 14 weights. We'll lead off with Chase Matthews, freshman, wrestling at 106 Watertown. Cotter Nelson, freshman for Huron. At 113, freshman Max Stroop of Watertown, 8th grader. Ryder Siegschlag of Huron. 120, Gage Lohr, freshman, wrestles CJ Siegschlag of Huron. 126, top ranked and three-time defending champion Sloan Johansson, senior for Watertown, wrestles sophomore Brady Meyer. At 132, Kessler Swenson, sophomore for Watertown, wrestles senior Aiden Zaveski of Huron. 138, Leo Stroop, junior for Watertown. Lotto So, senior for Huron. 144, Cooper Ketwig, sophomore for Watertown. Tegan Lean, freshman for Huron. At 150, Marcus Pitkin, sophomore for Watertown. And top-ranked junior Moses Gross for the Huron Tigers. At 157, Landon Lewis, freshman for Watertown. TJ Lean, junior for Huron. 165, Tucker Erdahl, senior for Watertown. Lucas Chaparro, freshman for Huron. At 175, Andrew Stricker, senior for Watertown. Shaw Sir, junior for Huron. At 190, Brock Etrim, a senior for Watertown. And Damu, senior for Huron. At 215, Ethan Wenches, junior for Watertown. Senior Brian Ramirez for the Tigers. And at heavyweight, Micah Hack, junior for Watertown. Sir Wah, senior for the Huron Tigers. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute. We should be close to ready to get this duel underway. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers. PB Sports, downtown Huron. For a great meal, count on the Scoreboard on 3rd Street in downtown Huron. Check out their menu at their website, www.scoreboardhuron.com. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron.
Ensure that essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Hey, back at the Huron Arena again. Good evening. I'm Jeff Duffy here with high school wrestling duel tonight as Watertown and Huron will wrestle. Final duel for Huron. For the Huron boys, final match of the season before regions. We'll have girls, 4 matches for the girls first, and then a full lineup for the boys. Official for our match is Rob Lewis. He is backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Rob is the law on the mat tonight and backed by the Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. As you can tell by now, I'm flying solo tonight. It's going to be rough, I won't lie. Wrestling is the toughest sport for me to do. I just had no background coming into the radio game, but I'll give it my best here. Going to miss Corky, but he's unable to be here tonight, so again, we'll fly it solo here, and, well, we'll just hope for the best here, and I'll take you way through it as we get set for the first of 4 girls' matches here in the duel against Watertown. Has the duel clinch because they have, what, 1, 2, just trying to count it up real quick, 6 forfeits, so they've already scored 36 points. We'll open it up. Olivia Anderson, 8th grader for Watertown. Natu Yi, senior for Huron. Olivia Anderson, top ranked in the state and just an 8th grader. And right away, they look for hand control. Little shot there by Yi, but now just still on her feet right now, still trying to get the hand control. Olivia Anderson's got pretty significant height advantage in this matchup. And just still feeling each other out. Little hand control there for Anderson. Now Yee tries to move in. There's the double leg shot by Anderson. And went off and then tried to come back in, but the official already whistled her out. So she got in there deep on the double leg, but kind of carried Yee out of bounds, tried to come back in, but it was too late, and we're back on our feet, back at the middle of the mat, and still no score. There's the double leg again by Anderson, or single leg actually, and she'll take Yee down, and it's a 2-0 lead for Anderson. Anderson goes to work now, riding up, trying to hook a cradle up. And, she gets Yee spun on her back, and she's getting the back points for sure. Anderson trying to Yee able to get back on her fours. It'll be 2 back points there, and it's a 4-0 lead. And now Anderson lets Yee up to be back on their feet. It's 4-1 Anderson back to the middle of the mat. 50 seconds to go here in the first period. In a little circling right now. And Anderson really has to get low to get any type of shot in on Yee. He's working the hand control. Now Yee gets in. Oh, nice single leg there. Almost turned into a fireman's carry. And she will get the takedown as Yee is able to get on her stomach. And it's a 6-1 lead for Anderson. 20 seconds to go, first period. Anderson going to let Yee up, and it's 6-2 Anderson, and we're back on our feet with 15 seconds to go in the first period. In a little circle there, trying to get the hand control head to head. Again, still trying to work on hand control as we get to the end of the first period, and Olivia Anderson of Watertown will carry a 6-2 lead into the second period. So we start the second period, and it's like we'll start on our feet. And second period underway. And Anderson just trying to get the hand control. Yee trying to lean in on her. Anderson just wants to see if she can duck under and get to the leg. She's been going with single and double legs the whole time. Now Yee has a little push on Anderson, but nothing comes of it. And we're back ear to ear near the middle of the mat. Still trying to get the hand control, little push and shove. There's the single leg shot, but Yee a nice counter, and we're back on our feet as Anderson did not connect there. And Anderson getting the hand control up front. Minute 20 to go, second period. And Yee doing a good job of some defensive wrestling, but now there's the pickup and the takedown, and Anderson's got the 2-point takedown. See if she's going to get any back points. She is getting back points as well as that headlock in pretty tight. Now Yee able to get back on her stomach. So we get the takedown, and we get the 2-point near fall, and Anderson goes up 10-2. Now here we're back with some back points again. Not sure if we actually have the takedown there or not, but Anderson has a headlock in there pretty tight with the referee taking a close look at it. 45 seconds to go in the second period. And, now Anderson trying to crank it up. Now gets the legs split there, and Yee has a leg hooked in, and that's probably what's saving her right now from the pin. I think we got the 3 back points here, and Anderson just trying to cover it and get Yee flat on her back. 24 seconds to go in the second period. Anderson in control. Now Yee does roll back on her stomach, and there's the 3-point near fall. 13-2. Anderson leads, and, she goes right back to it again, gets some more back points. She's going to get another 3 here as we get down late in the second period. That's going to make it 16-2. So we win by fall with 1 second to go in the second period. So win by fall, Olivia Anderson, 3 minutes, 59 seconds, and Watertown draws first. It's 6-0. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We move to 107. Senior Shaylee Saw on for Huron. Brooklyn Randall, 7th grader for Watertown. And boy, both girls trying to get a throw, and finally Randall rolls through and gets the actual takedown. Both girls were trying to do the same thing. There was a matter who was able, and I think actually Shaylee got the throw, but Randall a good job of rolling through it. And she gets the takedown, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Watertown wrestler here in the first period. Again, we have 4 girls matches, and then we'll get to the boys duel, which is the full complement of 14. Now, Watertown girls do have a full lineup for the girls, but Huron is only wrestling 4 tonight. They have 2 girls out with injury. Kaylee Bowden, who had a good weekend last weekend, nursing a shoulder injury, going to hold her out. And then Caitlin Flory, 250, she's done for the season. She suffered a knee injury a couple of weeks ago in Chamberlain. Then a couple of girls are just not wrestling tonight because they're getting close to the weigh-in limit for the season. Would rather have them wrestle tournaments, the last 2 tournaments, than a duel here. Still 2-0, and Randall trying to hook up a cradle or something there. Saw able to get her arm back. 10 seconds to go. And Randall, after that takedown's been riding, but just hasn't been able to get anything. Shaylee's done a good job of keeping her base spread, and just no leverage there for Randall after 1 period. 2-0 lead for Brooklyn Randall. Start the second period, and Randall will have the referee's position, so Shaylee will have to write it out here to start the second period. There's the whistle, and resume wrestling right away. Randall up on her feet. Now she's reaching back, trying to get that headlock in there, almost a backhand, and she gets it, and she rolls through, gets the takedown, almost got the back points out of that too. Shaylee able to get on her stomach, so we're back where we were in the first period. A takedown, or in this case, a reversal, and then, no, it was a takedown, and now here's a flip, and Randall trying to get the back points kind of out of my view due to the shot clock on the basket, but there's back points where I think we're going to get at least 3 back points here out of this for Randall. Shaylee's keeping her hips twisted, and that's what's probably saving her at this point, but Randall continues to keep that in there fairly tight. And I think she's got the back points all figured out. Can she get the pin combination here with 1 minute to go in the second period? Again, Randall she isn't really trying to do much of anything else. Shaylee keeps the legs split, and that is helping her perhaps. But boy, it's close enough for the official taking a close look at it as Randall's up on top of Saw. Now Saw able to roll on her stomach. Now we'll get the 3-point near fall. And I think we had an illegal hold on Randall, and that's going to be a legal hold on Shaylee Saw. And another penalty point goes to Randall, and it's now 8-0 Randall with 20 seconds to go here in the second period. In this way, most of this match has went with Randall riding and Saw just trying to survive there underneath. There's the caution for a stall against Shaylee Saw. Now she gets on her feet and gets rolled out of bounds. So nothing on that, and we'll come back with 4.2 seconds to go in the second period. Shaylee Saw will be in the referee's position. An 8-0 lead here for Brooklyn Randall of Watertown. Will wrestle out the end of the second period. 8-0 lead for Brooklyn Randall of Watertown. So we go to the third period. Looks like we're going to go on our feet again here to start the third. Randall's had plenty of opportunity here. Saw's kept her back off the mat at least, but still trailing 8-0. Now we're locked up ear to ear. Now a headlock by Saw trying to get the throw, and she gets it, gets the takedown, and she's getting back points. Shaylee Saw, a great move. She's got Randall on her back. Win by fall, Shaylee Saw. Down 8-0. Shaylee Saw comes back and gets the win by fall at 4 minutes and 23 seconds. A great move by Shaylee Saw. She gets the win on senior night. We'll take a timeout, 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Bettering yourself or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Well, exciting into that one, down 10-0, I believe it was, or 10-2, something like that. I think it was 10-0. Shaylee Saw locks it up, and in just a little over 30 seconds of the third period, being way behind, comes back and gets the pin, win by fall. 2 forfeit wins now for Watertown, and they're up 18-6 in the duel. As we move to 126-pound Ava Grismer, freshman for Watertown, and Kumwi Pa, senior for Huron. And Grismer gets a headlock in, gets the throw, and she's got the takedown, and she's getting some back points too. Or is that yep, that I'm trying to tell which wrestler is which. Yep, that is Grismer on top. They both the singlets kind of look black from this angle. But Grismer has the takedown. She's got that headlock in, and she's not relenting off of it. Just keeps walking it around. And now I think we're going to get to our stomach and at least get on all fours and get the escape as well. But it is a 5-1 lead now for Grismer for Watertown. I see why I was getting mixed up. The Watertown singlets, they fade from purple to black at the bottom. Here's another takedown by Grismer. She kind of used a single leg. There's single leg by Paw trying to get in there. She does get in on the single leg, but a nice reversal by Grismer. Who's going to come out with this? Boy, they both rolled through it, and nobody has scored yet. But now Paw does get the takedown finally. A lot of work to do that. 7-4. Grismer leads by 3. Now Paw trying to ride from behind, now lets her go, escape. We've had a lot of scoring here still in the first period, 20 seconds to go. 8-4 lead for Ava Grismer of Watertown. Grismer just about has, well, Paw in there with the single leg. I thought Grismer was pretty much covering her up. Paw still in there with the single leg trying to drive through it. But we're going to run out of time, it looks like. Pop her head out. Oh, just couldn't get there. If Pa, all she needed to do was pop her head out, she would have got the takedown. But we end up with nothing as the buzzer runs, and we go to the second period with an 8-4 lead for Ava Grismer of Watertown. Grismer will have the referee's position, the down position, to start the second period. And now we have a caution for the false start. That's going to go against Kumwi Pa. Now ready to wrestle here, and Pa riding on Grismer. Grismer up to her feet immediately. Pa keeps a hold of that single leg, tries to throw her, but Grismer just uses her own weight to get on top of her. And she's going to get the 2-point reversal, and she's got some back points out of it too. Pa getting off to her side at least, but at least getting the tilt points out of this is Grismer. She's up 10-4, and we haven't had the back points tabulated in. Now, Pa trying to go back and win by fall for Grismer. I didn't have a good shot at it, but 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Win by fall. Ava Grismer for Watertown. And Watertown goes up 24-6. One match left to go. We'll just keep it here as this will be the last match for the girls. And on the mat, Jaron Feber, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, a junior for Watertown. Okay, Postma says Feber, I'll stay Feber. Feber is a junior. Say Glay is a freshman for the Huron Tigers. And Both wrestlers go right to it. Again, this will be the last wrestled match of the duel. We still have a number of forfeits to get through the rest of it. Glay gets in on a single leg there on Fieber. Trying to finish it off. Fieber just trying to hop back. Glay stays in on it. Fieber had a headlock in on there too. Little counter there. Now after a lot, nothing happens. We're back on our feet and we'll re-engage with 1:25 to go in the first period. Still no score at 132. Jaron Fieber for Watertown, Glay for Huron. Again, just kind of shadowing each other, looking at hand control. There, Fieber gets in on a single leg there, just kind of snuck underneath there. Fieber gets a single leg, but a nice cover by Glay. She's using her upper body trying to get a reversal, and she does. Gets the takedown, 2-0 lead for Glay. Now Glay riding. Glay a nice counter there, and she was able to get the takedown. Now Glay going to work and rolls Fieber through and gets one hand swipe, not enough. And Fieber able to get on her stomach, so Glay got close there, at least getting a 2-point near fall, but now she just keeps going to work side to side, and she's not resting here at all. Now she's hooked under the arm again, tried to at least get the tilt there, but Fieber able to spread the base and keep that from happening. 20 seconds to go in the first period, and Glay leading for the Huron Tigers. Again, cranks on that shoulder, and here we go. She's got the back points. Win by fall, 1:50. Glay gets the win by fall at 1:50, and Huron gets a pair of wins out of the 4 duels. It's 24-12, and now we just got a number of forfeits to finish out the duel for Watertown. Watertown will win it, but Huron goes 2-2 in the 4 matches that were wrestled. Nice win for Glay, a huge win for Shaylee Saw, coming from behind to win both girls by pin. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute, and we'll get back and get ready for our boys portion of the duel. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Roll into 2024 with incredible savings. It's the New Year blowout sale at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. Over 200 new and used in stock. Save over $2,300 off a Buick Envision. New Chevy 1500 Crew Cab. Save $6,500. Get a GMC 1500 Crew Cab with over $7,700 off. It's the New Year blowout sale at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
And back at the arena, and finished up the girls' duel, and nice little run there for the Huron Tigers due to injury and limited weigh-ins available. Huron only had 4 girls that could wrestle tonight, and they split the 4 matches. Watertown with 2 pins, Huron with 2 pins. Watertown, though, does win the duel 60-12 on the strength of forfeits. Let's do a Kurt's Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. The wins by Huron at 107. Shaylee Saw win by fall at 423. I believe she was down. Now I wish I would have paid more attention, either down 8-0 or 10-0 in that beginning of the third period, but connected up and got it right away, and she had her opponent, Brooklyn Randall. Brooklyn Randall ranked number 7 in the state, so that's a huge win for Shaylee. And got it hooked up, and she got the win by fall. Then Glay, after going back and forth with Jaron Fieber, gets the win by fall at 1:50 at 132 pounds. And again, Watertown wins at 60-12. Now we move on to the boys, getting the captain's meeting there. Trying to get my laptop put together here. Let's see, where's that at? There we go. Okay, now we're ready to go. So Huron and Watertown now duel for the boys. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the 14 matches in the duel is what Coach Goth would call toss-ups, and that includes our first one out the gate at 106 pounds, freshman Carter Nelson for Huron and freshman Chase Matthews for Watertown. Both wrestlers are freshmen, and underway we go with the boys part of the duel now. Right away, Matthews getting in, trying to work that front headlock. He came in quick now, trying to grab the leg. Now Nelson gets back on the feet, will re-engage. Little fake there by Matthews, now almost a hand slap. Now Nelson gets in on a single leg driving. We're getting to the edge of the circle, single leg, but off the mat. So Carter had a nice move there, got in on the single leg, but ran out of real estate, and we're back to the middle of the mat here at 106. There's a wave by Nelson, nice counter by Matthews. Now he's trying to get that near side cradle hooked up. Scoots around behind, and that'll be enough for the takedown. And Chase Matthews with a 2-0 lead. Now a sit out there by Nelson. Matthews just stays with him right now. Looks like Matthews trying to hook a leg in there. And he does have the leg hooked in, hooks underneath the shoulder as well. Now he's trying to get the tilt at least here, it looks like, on Nelson. Now scooting over a little over to the side, but Nelson just isn't giving him much to work with there. And now Matthews puts the arm bar in there with the right hand pin back. Now that shakes loose for Nelson. Now again underneath the shoulders. Matthews is throwing a lot of stuff here at Nelson, and Nelson just isn't giving him much. 32 seconds to go here in the first period. 2-0 lead for Chase Matthews of Watertown. Matthews now hooks the leg in, gets a little high on it, but he does have a plan doing this. 20 seconds to go in the first periods. 2-0 lead for Matthews of Watertown at the middle of the mat. And boy, Matthews just hasn't been able to get much going riding on Nelson. Now Nelson trying to scoot out the back door, get an escape. He's starting to run out of time though, and we'll get to the end of the first period. 2-0 lead, Chase Matthews of Watertown here at 106 pounds. Start the second period, and Matthews will take the referee's position, the down position, so Carter Nelson will ride for the first time. And yep, I could see that one. That was a false start by Matthews. Tried to get out. I don't think the whistle even blew. And he gets the caution for the false start. Now we start wrestling here in the second period. Nelson trying to ride on Matthews. I think it was an 8-4 win for Matthews the previous meeting between these two guys. Matthews gets up on his feet, trying to break loose of the bear hug from the back by Nelson. And there's a caution stall on Nelson. That came out pretty quick. And, Matthews tried to get away, and then Nelson just got him on a double leg, got him back down, so he continues to ride it. 30 seconds here in the second period. Now here's the spin and a roll through by Matthews. It's like Nelson now trying to work that arm in. Matthews kind of rolls into the ball there, not to give him a lot of points to work with. Now Matthews up on his feet, tries to roll back on the mat and does. Finally Nelson lets him go, escape, and it's 3-0 Matthews. There's Nelson, gets in on a single leg, double leg, but now slides up. Still on his feet. Matthews has the headlock in and trying to see who has control. Looks like Matthews does. Still no takedown or anything yet. 3-0 lead here, and both wrestlers trying to get the control. Now Matthews working up front as Nelson gets the butt up in the air, but here's Matthews scooting from behind, and does he have control? He does. There's the takedown for Matthews. He goes up 5-0 with 25 seconds to go here in the first period. Matthews now slowing down the pace a bit here. Tries a hook under the arms of Nelson. We're getting to the end of the second period. And it'll be a 5-0 lead for Chase Matthews of Watertown going into the third period. Looks like Matthews has the choice here for the third period, and we're going to be on our feet to begin the third period. And we start the third period again. Now, didn't like the way that started. Lewis going to start him again. Now we are started again. And right away, here comes Matthews in, gets that front headlock in. Now trying to grab the leg. He's got a good headlock in there. Now scoots around, but Nelson just kind of scoots with him. We're just doing a lot of spinning as Matthews keeps moving, trying to get the control there from behind. Doesn't have the takedown yet, but he's got to be close. I think Nelson's hanging on to a leg, and that's what's saving him, and will roll out of bounds. Minute 29 to go here at 106 pounds, 5-0 lead for Chase Matthews of Watertown. There's a quick off the whistle. Nelson can't get there, though, and taking advantage of it is Matthews. He'll get the takedown. It was a very quick move by Nelson off the whistle, and he kind of whiffed on it, and that gave Matthews the room just to scoot behind, and he gets the takedown. He's up 7-0 with 1:09 to go in the match. Matthews working on that arm bar, trying to get control there, and here's a stalling point going to go to Chase Matthews. There was already a warning, a caution for a stall. Now it's a stall point for Matthews, and he goes up 8-0 with 44 seconds to go here in the match. Now Matthews trying to, he hooks in under the arm again. Tries to use that as leverage, see if he can get the tilt or something. Has Nelson's legs pretty much split. 25 seconds to go in the match, and Chase Matthews of Watertown up 8-0. Switching from side to side, and Carter Nelson just can't get anything going. Now here's a caution stall going to go on Matthews, and they'll also go stalemate on that with 13 seconds to go in the match. 8-0 lead for Chase Matthews of Watertown. We'll just wrestle this out, and Nelson tried a little roll there. Matthews stays with it, and we're just not getting a lot of movement there as we'll close out the end of this one, and Chase Matthews of Watertown will pick up the win. 8-0 at 106 pounds. Watertown the early lead, 3-0. Timeout, 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ Blizzard. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ Blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We move to 113 pounds. Freshman Max Stroop for Watertown and Ryder Siegeslag, 8th grader for Huron, both on their feet. And it looks like Siegeslag trying to get a throw here, but being countered well by Stroop. And, well, basically nothing happened. And now Stroop gets the throw, but they're off the mat. And no score, 35 seconds in here at 113 pounds. 4-0 lead, not 3-0 for Watertown. On her feet, single leg in by Stroop. Now he puts Siegeslag up in the air. Trying to move in deep six style. And Siegeslag just kind of hanging on there to keep his back off. And we do have the takedown there, 2-0 lead for Max Stroop. Now Stroop trying to work from the side, hooks underneath the arm as Siegeslag tries to slide away. And Stroop continues just to ride it out here with 37 seconds to go here in the first period. And Stroop Watertown up 2-0. Just second match of the duel here for the boys. We go out of bounds. Little duck under there by Siege Log. That if he had more real estate, that might have paid some dividends for him. So 28 seconds to go, first period. Max Stroop riding on rider Siege Slog. Now there's the escape by Siege Slog. Did a quick roll and got away, and it's 2-1. Both wrestlers back on their feet. Good crowd here tonight, too. The East bleachers are just about full. Of course, it is senior night. That always brings some extra people out. There's the double leg and the takedown for Stroop. He got in there deep, and Siege Log just needed to lose the battle there and get on his stomach. 4-1 lead for Max Stroop as we get to the end of the first period. Both wrestlers on their feet. You see a lot more of that. It just seems to me there's more of that this year where the choice is to be on your feet to start a period. So ear to ear at the middle of the mat here, starting the second period. And Siege Log trying to get on that single leg, but countered by Stroop. Stroop in on that front headlock. Now gets in, roll through by Siege Slog, and Stroop able to pop his head out, and he'll get the takedown. He goes up 6-1. 30 seconds gone in the second period. Wrestler's a little bit out of my sight line right now due to the shot clock. Now we'll roll through. Siege Slog tries to get on his feet, finally does, as Stroop lets him go, and it's 6-2 Stroop. Siege Slog again tries for that single leg, but a nice counter. It looks like that Stroop's waiting for that. He comes in on that front headlock. That's where he's had his most success against Siege Slog. Tries to grab the leg again, but nothing there. Still working it from the front on the feet. And now, cradle in, and here comes some back points as Stroop. Well, it looks like he's going to get two out of this anyway. Is Siege Slog able to counter it before too much more damage, but the hold's still there, and now Stroop getting it in pretty tight. He's right at the edge of the mat, and Siege Slog trying to move his legs. He's got the three-point near fall. Win by fall. Watertown, 3 minutes, 30 seconds for Max Stroop. 10-0 lead for Watertown. We'll take a 30-second break here on Dakota Sports.
Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
We move to 120 pounds, and it's Gage Lohr, freshman for Watertown, ranked number 2 in the state, and CJ Siege Slog, sophomore for Huron. Lohr had a quick takedown, then let Siege Slog up, and it's a 2-1 lead. Lohr back on our feet. 30 seconds gone here in the first period at 120 pounds. 7 minutes after 8 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM Huron. Lohr, another takedown. It's 4-1. Now there was a little counter there by Siege Slog. Thought he was actually going to be able to get out of it. Siege Slog up on his feet, and they go out of bounds as Lohr was trying to take him down. 4-1 lead for Gage Lohr. Minute 7 to go here in the first period at 120 pounds. Again, Lohr, freshman, but ranked number 2 in Class A. Now, Lohr just says, I want to be on my feet, so a free escape point for Siege Slog, and it's 4-2 with a minute gone here in the first period. Both wrestlers on their feet. Lohr trying to hook in underneath the arm. Little drop there, and Lohr pounces on it, and he'll get another takedown to go up 6-2 on Siege Slog. Now, Siege Slog almost gets the roll through there. Boy, he came very close to a reversal, but Lohr recovered, and now trying to hook in a cradle there or a half it, and was trying to get the tilt there, but for the most part, it seems like Lohr just wants the takedowns here. Thought he was going to let Siege log up, but he didn't. 22 seconds to go in the first period. 6-2 lead for Gage Lohr. Lohr continues to work there as the arm pinned back, and Siege log gets up on all fours. Lohr continues to work from behind. And getting to the end of the first period here, see if we get any kind of combination here. They're right at the edge of the circle and into the first period. 6-2 lead for Gage Lohr of Watertown over CJ Siegelslag of Huron. Start the second period, and Lohr takes the referee's position, so Siegelslag is going to have to ride here to start the second period, and we have a false start. It's going to be on Lohr, so that's a caution this time. And we start wrestling the second period. Siegelslag trying to ride as Lohr slides up, and he quickly, in 6 seconds, gets the reversal and goes up 8-2. And now it looks like he's going to let Siegelslag up. And there's the escape, and it's 8-3. And right away, we go right back down, take down by Lohr, and he's up 10-3. And if there's nothing there after 5-10 seconds now, it seems like Lohr is just going to let Siegelslag up. He is still working this move for the time being. Siegelslag just keeping the base spread. Lohr trying to cover up, going left to right. As the arm pinned in, as the chicken wing in there, but again, just nothing working. Now he's got the tilt, and Lohr's getting back points out of this. Siegelslag trying to keep his hips rotated, but I'm not sure if we got the pin combination. We certainly got the 3 back points here for Lohr, and now Siegelslag on his stomach, but now Lohr gets it a little tighter. Siegelslag trying to bridge out of it, turn the hips, and Lohr, and there it is, win by fall. 3 minutes, 6 seconds, Gage Lohr. Second pin in a row for Watertown, and they go up 16-0. Timeout, 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Clinic proudly welcomes the newest addition to their team, General Surgeon Dr. Terry Larson. Dr. Larson brings a wealth of experience and expertise in general surgery, along with a passion for providing exceptional care to his patients before, during, and after surgery. Whether you're in need of a simple procedure or a complex surgery, Dr. Larson is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit hrmcphysiciansclinic.org to schedule an appointment today. HRMC Physicians Clinic, the right care is right here. Welcome, Dr. Larson.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We move to 126 pounds. Sloan Johansson, 3-time defending state champion, top ranked on the mat for Watertown. Brady Meyer for Huron, 2-0 lead for Johansson at the moment. 1:18 to go. He's going to work now, trying to, he's got the half in, and boy, he's got it in there tight. He's getting the back points here, and win by fall, 53 seconds. Did not take long. I didn't get a chance to say Sloan Johansson, believe only 2 losses in his high school career. Very quick pin there. Watertown up 22-0. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
132 pounds now, Kessler Swenson, sophomore for Watertown. Aiden Zaveski, senior for the Huron Tigers. Zaveski gets in on a single leg. See if he can finish it off now as Swenson trying to counter with a headlock, but in there tight, and the takedown for Zaveski. He's up 2-0. Now roll through by Swenson, and nice counter there initially by Zaveski, but now he's in trouble, and there's the reversal by Swenson. And now he's trying to hook the cradle. Now it's Zaveski trying to get, if he pops his head out, he's going to get the reversal back, and he has a chance to get something there, and now he does end up popping the head out, but then Swenson just gives up, gives him the escape. So both the wrestlers had chances for back points there, but it ends up a 3-2 lead for Zaveski. 44 seconds to go. We're back on our feet right at the edge of the circle, out of bounds. 40 seconds to go in the first period. 3-2 lead for Aiden Zaveski. Back on our feet, doing some shadow wrestling. Zaveski gets in, trying to get hand control, forehead to forehead. There's the shot by Zaveski. Swenson just kind of backs off of it. And just trying to, there again, there goes Zaveski, gets in on the single leg right at the edge of the mat, turns the other way, and he'll get the takedown. Nice job by Zaveski. He's got the takedown. Now he's trying to wrap in a headlock there, see if he can get back points out of it. He got one swipe. Now he's getting the back points. So Zaveski's going to get 3 out of this. We'll see if he can get the pin combination out of it as well. End of the first period. Wasn't looking at the clock, so a 3 for Zaveski, and he's up 8-2 at the end of the first period. Start the second period, and looks like we'll be on our feet. 8-2 lead for Aiden Zaveski of Huron over Kessler Swenson of Watertown. Swenson gets in, nice double leg. They're right at the edge of the mat. He got in on it. Now he's trying to pick up. Zaveski trying to counter it. Zaveski can't get his leg out of there. Finally, he twists. This should be not quite a takedown yet. And Swenson comes behind. Boy, he never did get the takedown out of that. I thought it was practically there and out of bounds, and somehow Zaveski survived that. I'm really not sure how we didn't get a takedown out of that for Swenson, but we're back on our feet with 1:30 to go in the second period. 8-2 lead for Zaveski of Huron. Again, Zaveski just looking for hand control. Little shot there by Swenson. Again, boy, these guys are going right to the edge of the circle. Now, Zaveski trying to lean in from up front. They can scoot around. Swenson pretty much has control, so that's not going to happen. We do get back on the mat. Swenson still has that single leg on Zaveski. Looks like he can almost finish it up, and now he's trying to reach in and get the double leg. And then we have potentially dangerous, and we'll whistle it stopped. 8-2, it seems like both wrestlers should have scored with everything we've seen here in the second period, but it's still 8-2 Zaveski. Nobody scored here in the second. We're back on our feet again, just pushing forehead to forehead. Zaveski in on the single leg, and Swenson a little roll through. I can't really tell for sure who's really got the control here. Zaveski still has that single leg. Now he pops his head out. He'll roll around and he'll get the takedown. Zaveski with the takedown. He goes up 10-2 with 30 seconds to go in the second period. So Zaveski now riding up top with 23 seconds to go. Second period. Reaches over, has the leg, now hooks under the arms. Slides back down to the hips as we're down to 10 seconds to go in the second period. Zaveski up 10-2. Swenson looks like he's trying to get in on a headlock there, but we're going to run out of time. And we'll head to the third period, and Aiden Zaveski a 10-2 lead for the Huron Tigers over Kessler Swenson of Watertown. Start the third period, and Swenson's going to have to ride. Zaveski will be in the referee's position to begin the third period, and off the whistle. Zaveski immediately tries to get to his feet. Nice cover there by Swenson. Well, it looks like Zaveski almost trying to roll Swenson backwards, but it's not going to get there. Now Swenson, he has his leg hooked in and under the shoulder. It looks like he's trying to get a tilt here, and at this point he doesn't have it, but he's getting close. Reloads from the opposite side, but Zaveski survives that. Swenson had it hooked, just could not complete it. Good counter by Zaveski. Now Zaveski up on his feet, tried for the escape, but Swenson keeps a hold of him right at the edge of the circle. 1:20 to go in the match, 10-2 lead for Zaveski. Now Kessler gets a little high. Swenson gets a little high on Zaveski. Zaveski trying to stand out of it. Swenson has his leg hooked in right at the edge of the circle. So we're nearing 1 minute to go in the match. Kessler almost got a roll there and almost got Zaveski on his back, and he's still got a chance here. He's got the arm pinned in, arm bar in there, and we'll go stalemate. Stalemate with 52 seconds to go in the match. 10-2 lead for Aiden Zaveski of Huron. Final time wrestling on the arena mat for Zaveski, a senior. Again, Zaveski tries to stand out of it off the whistle. Swenson trying to slide up and get something. Well, now he hooks the legs in. He's tried to get some tilts going here, but Zaveski just hasn't given him much of an opening. Swenson still has that arm hooked in. Now a roll through by Zaveski, and he almost got himself in trouble. He's able to roll back. That was almost a disaster. Now Swenson has his legs hooked in, and he's trying to roll Zaveski. He almost got him once. 15 seconds to go. And now Swenson probably a little too high to get anything, depending how strong his legs are, but I think the time's running out here, and a nice win for Aiden Zaveski. This was one of those matches that Coach Goff said could be a toss-up, and Zaveski wins it 10-2, and Huron on the board. It's 22-4 Watertown. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
The right home. This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years, or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Well, a little surprise here as Watertown forfeits at 138. They had number 8, Leo Stroop there, but they forfeit, so forfeit win for La Doso of Huron, 22-10. We move to 144. Cooper Ketwig, sophomore for Watertown, and freshman Tegan Lean for Huron. Ketwig getting in on the around the waist there, but Lean able to lean out of it. And we get back to the middle of the mat, and we're still on our feet. No score, minute 10 to go in the first period. Lean and Ketwig. There's single leg by Ketwig, got in there. Nice cover, though, by Lean. Now Lean kind of looks at the bench there to see where he should go next. He does get back on his feet, so now he gets in on the single leg, but they're well out of bounds. And back to the middle of the mat. 50 seconds to go. Nobody scored here yet. Lean and Ketwig. Ketwig again now gets in on that single leg covered by Lean. Both of them begin on single legs but haven't finished it. Now Ketwig gets up but slips off, and then Lean tried to dive in and goes out of bounds. Well, both wrestlers have got in on pretty decent single legs but have not been able to finish it. Back to the middle of the mat. And looking at hand control, Lean gives Ketwig a little shove. Ketwig with the shot in. Gets up around the head and then just breaks loose. A lot of shots, but really nothing that's worked so far for either wrestler. 17 seconds to go, first period. Ketwig gets in around the waist, starts the drive, and rolls him out of bounds. And Lean went off the mat and onto the hardwood, but he pops right back up. And on our feet, 10 seconds to go, first period. Still no score between Ketwig of Watertown and Tegan Lean of Huron. End of the first period. No score, and it's like Ketwig will choose referee's position, so Tegan Lean will ride here to start the second period. And off the whistle, Lean riding as Ketwig kind of gets in that ball. Now Ketwig starts to scoot out and thought he had a hold of the leg there. He does get to his feet. Lean trying to drive on him. Rolls away, and it will be an escape before they go out of bounds. And Ketwig will have a 1-0 lead. I wasn't sure if they're going to give him that or not because both wrestlers basically were flying out of bounds. So on our feet, there's Ketwig trying to get on that single leg again. Lean flattens out. Now Teagan trying to get, well, he tries a little shot at the, they're both taking their shots. And again, the single leg by Lean, but well off the mat. They're both taking their shots, but nothing been finished so far. Back to the middle of the mat, minute 27 to go in the second period. 1-0 lead for Cooper Ketwig of Watertown. There's the single leg again by Ketwig, gets in on it. Now trying to get Lean up in the air and gets around the hips. Trying to roll it through, and he is going to get the takedown, and Ketwig goes up 3-0 as Lean tries to turn his body there to prevent any back points. Now Ketwig is riding on Lean. Looks like he's trying to get a tilt here if he can, as Lean's legs split and as the one arm chicken winged in, but they go potentially dangerous. And back to the middle with Lean referee's position with 53 seconds to go in the second period. 3-0 lead now for Cooper Ketwig of Watertown. Lean gets up on all fours. Ketwig, nice roll to bring Lean back down, but Lean, boy, he's almost in a position here if he can lean back. Two of the coaches saying, here's what you got to do. He's trying to get loose, and he does get the leg loose, and he's got the reversal. 2 for Lean, and I think Ketwig was able to get to his stomach. So Ketwig got himself in trouble there, and Lean pounced on it to get the takedown or reversal, and it's 3-2. Now Ketwig gets away. Nope, they say not. He got away briefly, but Lean got back in on the single leg. Lean trying to drive in with the shoulder and keeps him down. 4 seconds to go. The crowd reacted as if it was a takedown, which it essentially was, but not one where you're going to score. 3-2 lead for Cooper Ketwig as we head to the third period. A tight one here at 144 pounds. Now Ketwig has to ride with Teagan Lean in the referee's position off the whistle. And Ketwig trying to has the half in and rolls Lean through, and Lean just rolls with it and stays on his stomach. Ketwig, though, has a plan here up top. He's got the one arm pinned in for Lean, and he's trying to get a tilt here, it looks like to me. But Lean, a good job of keeping the base spread. Now Lean up on all fours again and doesn't quite get the escape as he goes flying off the mat. Ketwig is a little slow to get up, and there is a caution for the stall going to go on Ketwig. So it's just the caution, and now he's going to say, I want to be on my feet, gives Lean the escape point. We're tied at 3 with 90 seconds to go here in the match here at 144. So on our feet, tied at 3, just locked up there ear to ear. Now we break loose. There's the single leg by Ketwig, and Lean again flattens out, but here's the drive by Ketwig, driving up, and Lean back on his feet and will back out of bounds. Boy, now there's the caution stall on Lean, and I think that was just for basically backing off the mat because he was in trouble. So each wrestler has a caution for the stall. There's that double leg by Ketwig again. Lean trying to flatten out. We're inside of a minute to go. Lean gets back on his feet. We're still tied at 3 in the third period. Now Danson and Lean tried to throw and goes out of bounds. That's about the 4th time one or both of these wrestlers have went off the mat onto the hardwood. 49 seconds to go at 144 pounds. A tight one here, tied at 3. So now trying to feel it out. There's a single leg deep by Ketwig. Can he drive through? Again, Lean covering, and Lean actually getting a good counter on that, and he'll throw Ketwig, but out of bounds with 34 seconds to go. Boy, Ketwig got in there on the single leg, but Lean countered it nicely and almost got the takedown himself. 34 seconds to go, tied at 3. Single leg by Ketwig, that's what he's been doing this whole match, and then flattening out by Lean. Now Ketwig in the bear hug. Lean trying to get the throw, and now Ketwig does he get the takedown? He gets the takedown with 18 seconds to go. They're right at the edge of the circle, out of bounds. Ketwig finally able to finish that off. And it's 5-3 Ketwig with 14 seconds to go at 144 pounds. There's caution on Ketwig for the false start. 14 seconds left. Lean now down by 2 in the referee's position. Ketwig just rides him out towards the out of bounds. Still has control of the leg, and they go out of bounds with 7 seconds left. With 7 seconds left, it'll almost be interesting to see if Ketwig just lets him up, gives him the point, and then just dances for 6 seconds. No, but he's going to wrestle here, stay on top. Lean trying to back his way on Ketwig, but he's not going to get there. And Ketwig will pull out a 5-3 win. Well wrestled match by both guys, but Cooper Ketwig 5-3 win for the Watertown Arrows, 25-10. Watertown leads in the duel. We'll just keep it right here as we move to 150, and top ranked Moses Gross for Huron. Marcus Pitkin, a sophomore, but he's ranked number 7 on the mat for the Arrows. And Moses Gross gets in on the single leg immediately, and trip and takedown. Boy, he's come out aggressive. Now going to let him up. It's 2-1. We're back on our feet, and we've now wrestled 15 seconds. Gross again trying to get in on the hook under. Ketwig just trying to stay as low as he can. Now Gross gets in on the single leg, but slides back up. As they're engaged now, scoot around by Gross, and he will get the takedown. They're right at the edge of the circle, 4-1 lead for Gross. Gross, see if he's going to try and drag Pitkin back in. That will go off the mat. 4-1 lead for Moses Gross. Moses coming off his first loss of the season, lost in the championship of the Aberdeen tournament, the Lee Wolf, to the top-ranked Class B wrestler from Canton. Well, he's come out aggressive here tonight, riding on Pitkin now. As that Pitkin has that elbow tucked in. That's where Gross is trying to work here. Gross kind of jumps off to the side. Inside of a minute to go here in the first period. 4-1 lead, Moses Gross of Huron. Moses trying to get the turn, but not there. And Pitkin gets back up on all fours. Now Moses kind of stands up, then gets a cradle, and he's got the takedown. He's getting back points. Gross is in there tight. Pitkin leans now back again. Gross continues. It's going to be 3 near fall here, but Gross gets it in there tight again. 30 seconds to go in the period. And he's still got it engaged. Pitkin, now Gross getting in there a little tighter. Pitkin keeping one blade off the mat here for now. Gross still has that leg tucked in tight in the headlock. Now finally Pitkin gets on all fours, but here comes the engagement again. Gross in there tighter, comes around a little further over, trying to lean Pitkin in. Pitkin waving the legs back and forth. Win by fall, Moses Gross. With 1:58 to go in the first period, Gross comes back with a vengeance after last week and gets the win by fall, 31-10. Or 31-16 now. Watertown with the lead. We'll take a timeout of 30 here on Dakota Sports.
It's a great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family-owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com. Member FDIC.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
31-16, Watertown leading. We move to 157 pounds. TJ Lean Jr. for Huron. Landon Lewis, freshman for Watertown. Lewis, an honorable mention in the rankings. And both wrestlers taking shots here right now, but we're still on our feet. Now again, ear to ear. 25-16. I wrote in that score backwards. 25-16, Watertown leading here in the duel. Little spin there. Lewis almost got the takedown, but ran out of real estate. Both did a little spin there. Minute 11 to go in the first period. Still no score, and leans in on Lewis. Now backs out of it as they continue to circle. Now go back forehead to forehead. Looking at hand control as well. There's the single leg by Lewis, but Lean shows some quickness there to get away from it, and still no score as they go out of bounds. Back to the middle. Just waiting for that one big move by these two guys. They're both really trying a few things there. A lot of shots, but nothing is connected at this point. Again, go ear to ear. Little push there. There's the single leg by Lewis. He picks Lean up, takes him down, and will get the takedown. Then quickly, just like that, an escape by Lean. And it's 2-1 Lewis, and we're right back on our feet again. Now Lean gets in on a double leg around the hip. Will scoot around and take down TJ Lean right before they go off the mat. And TJ Lean a 3-2 lead with 21 seconds to go in the first period. So TJ Lean now riding here, and I don't think we even got a whistle there, and I don't think they're going to give a false start either, or are they? If it is, it'd be on. They didn't call a false start there, so now we're wrestling again. Lean now riding on Lewis. 157 pounds now, with Watertown leading the duel 25-16. Lean now hooks in, trying to get underneath both arms there. But we're going to ride out, and we're really going to see nothing happen here as we get to the end of the first period. 3-2 lead, TJ Lean of the Huron Tigers over Landon Lewis of Watertown. Second period, and Lean will choose the referee's position, the down position, and here comes the ride by Lewis. Lean up on his feet and immediately scoots away. Quick escape for Lean. He's up 4-2, and we're back on our feet. A little pushing and shoving. Shot there. Lean gets in on the single leg. Covered up by Lewis, but Lean keeps driving, and does he have the take? No, potentially dangerous. We were really twisted there, and they go potentially dangerous. Lean had a chance to score there, but yeah, you had to stop it on that one. It looked like a very bad, somebody's going to get hurt twister move. Now back on our feet, going head-to-head, single leg shot. There's Lean, gets in on it again. We're right at the edge of the circle, and I think we're just about out of bounds. No, Lean starts to drag Lewis back in. Lewis gets up on his feet. Lean's the only one. He's got his legs on the mat, and now we finally do go out of bounds. Lean had a couple of opportunities there, but Lewis was able to keep upright, and back on our feet again. 4-2 lead, TJ Lean. Minute 12 to go in the second period. Lean head-to-head, trying to get the hand control. There's the shot. Lewis gets in deep on the single leg, drives through, and does he get the take? Oh, it was a count. Actually, it looked like a takedown by Lewis, but after they went out of bounds, Lean actually had a headlock in, and he would have got the points there most likely had they not went out of bounds. But nobody gets anything. Still 4-2 Lean. Inside of a minute to go, second period. There's the shot. Lean, nice counter. He's going to shift around, and he gets the takedown. After Lewis shot, Lean just able to come around and get from behind, and it's 6-2 TJ Lean. Lean now trying to work underneath as he's riding up on Lewis. 33 seconds to go in the second period. Now working a cradle. Now he'll drop off that, just come from behind as Lewis's leg split. Now he's trying to work under the arms there, but I'm not sure if he's going to have the leverage to get anything. Now he regathers, gets the headlock in. Here's caution stall on Lewis with 10 seconds to go in the second period. 6-2 lead for TJ Lean. Lean trying to hook up a cradle, but he's going to run out of time. Had the arm bar in. Into the second period, TJ Lean up 6-2 over Landon Lewis of Watertown. Lewis, honorable mention at 157. on our feet to begin the third period. Lean up 6-2. Lewis tried to shoot in. Now backed off. Doing the shadow wrestling. Now we come in forehead to forehead. Shot there by Lean. Countered by Lewis. Lewis. Well, it's Lean trying to drive on Lewis there. He's in around the hips. But again, we're getting close to out of bounds. Now Lean gets control of Lewis's legs. Gets Lewis in a sitting position. Trying to pop the head out. Huron lobbying for two, and, well, they're getting close to it, but now Lewis able to get on a knee, and we're out of bounds. I don't think we're going to get anything. We don't. Yeah, Huron was lobbying for a two, but I wasn't seeing it unless there was something down there that was happening underneath. We're back on our feet with 1:25 to go in the match. TJ Lean up 6-2. Again, shadow wrestling now, trying to get. Here's the double leg in by Lean. Now drives through it. Counter by Lewis. Lewis gets in on a headlock, but Lean still has a hold of the leg. Again, right at the edge of the circle. Lean really driving, and who's got control here? I can't tell if it's Lewis or if it's Lean. Right now, it almost looks like Lewis is. We're pretty much twisted up there, just about out of bounds. We'll go stalemate. Both were kind of on one shoulder, and each had control of the other's leg. And we're right on the edge of the circle, so we could have went most any direction. We go stalemate, back on our feet again. 57 seconds to go here at 157 pounds. Single leg by Lean. Again, drives through it. And flattening out is Lewis. Lean just hanging on to that leg right now. And again, we go right to the edge of the circle. We've done that a lot with these two. And oh, they do give Lean the takedown. Kept the toes in, now out of bounds. I wasn't sure if he really had control of that, but they do give Lean a takedown. And TJ up 8-2 with 36 seconds to go in the match. Again, this is one of those toss-up ones that Coach Goff was talking about. 30 seconds to go, and TJ Lean riding and up 8-2 on Landon Lewis of Watertown. Lean has a leg hooked in there on Lewis and doing a couple of arm bars there, was keeping the head down, and just a good job of riding here, it looks like, by Lean. 10 seconds to go in the match. Lean staying with it, now sprawls him out once again. And TJ Lean going to pick up the win. Nice win for the junior for the Tigers. He'll win it 8-2. And Huron pulls within 25-19 in the duel. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
G is the fully transparent, fully loaded, feel-good energy drink you've been waiting for. No sugar, no artificial colors, epic focus, complete performance. Pick up a can of Ghost Energy distributed by Elwine Brothers at Fair City Foods, Carlson's, Super X, Southside, Freedom, DJ's Travel Center, Lewis Drug, Thunderbird, and Quinter Pantries in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers best of luck. Go Tigers!
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
We move to 165. Tucker Erdahl, senior for Watertown, and freshman Lucas Chaparro for Huron, and a quick takedown by Erdahl. I'm not sure if he got any back. I think he did get some back points out of it too, but they haven't put him up on the board yet, as he's still trying to continue on the same move. But at least 2 back points coming, and there they go. They award the 2 back points, and it's 4-0 now in favor of Tucker Erdahl. He's honorable mention at 165. And he's come out controlling here early on. Arm bar in there tight. Now he's trying to hook it up with the cradle. Now comes the other side, gets the throw, gets the headlock in from the front. Chaparro trying to back out of it. Chaparro almost up on his knee, but boy, Erdahl just keeps coming. Erdahl still has that headlock in from the front. Chaparro has tried to back out of it a couple of times. Erdahl now trying to punch his head in. Now he'll slip behind. And boy, Chaparro's doing a good job of staying alive here. Now here, Erdahl trying to get the half in, and he's trying to get the tilt out of it. 25 seconds to go in the first period. Starting to crank on it a little, but nothing doing at this point. 4-0 lead for Erdahl late in the first period here at 165 pounds. Still leaning back and not much there. And now Erdahl lets go, and I think we're just going to go to the end of the first period. Erdahl saw that clock was running out, and he just kept his legs clenched on Chaparro to make sure there was no further damage. And a 4-0 lead for Tucker Erdahl over Lucas Chaparro, and Chaparro will have the referee's position, the down position, to start the second period. Start the second period with Chaparro riding. Erdahl flattens out, trying to get on his feet. He does get on his feet. Chaparro bear-hugging him, now lets him go. Escape for Erdahl, and it's 5-0 for the Watertown wrestler. Again, just doing some shadow wrestling now. Now we'll clench in, go forehead to forehead, looking for hand control. Try to hook underneath from the front now. Double leg, excuse me, for Erdahl, and he's just about got the takedown here. He does, and goes up 7-0. So 7-0 now for Erdahl. Minute 17 to go in the second period. Erdahl kind of scoots from behind. Chaparro. Really not much he can do down there at this point. Kind of has a leg hooked in as Erdahl now gets the headlock in, trying to get a cradle hooked up again. But again, not there. Chaparro keeps the base spread, and just not a lot of points for Erdahl to take advantage of. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Right at the edge of the circle, and Chaparro, Erdahl almost got him spun. We're about out, and we are out of bounds. 33 seconds to go here in the second period. 7-0 lead for Tucker Erdahl of Watertown over Lucas Chaparro of Huron. Off the whistle, we resume wrestling. There's a far side cradle by Erdahl, and he's gonna, he got one arm swipe but didn't score on it. As Chaparro able to break loose from it. Was a nice initial move but couldn't wrap it up. Now Chaparro looking split the back there and trying the deep six. Now trying to hook it into a cradle. 9 seconds to go here though in the second period. Erdahl's been throwing a lot, but Chaparro hasn't given him much. Here comes a tilt, but we're going to run out of time. That might add a chance if he had a few more seconds. But we head to the third period, and Tucker Erdahl up 7-0. It's 25-19 in the duel here on Tigers of Ungern with this good Watertown squad. Wrestlers on their feet to begin the third period. Some shadow wrestling, some hand slapping right now. See who takes the first shot. Now Chaparro comes in, tries to lock it up ear to ear. Erdahl gets him down. Erdahl trying to scoot from behind, and now has the cradle. He had it locked up initially. He does get the takedown, but he was looking for back points, didn't get them. But Erdahl does extend the lead to 9-0 with 1:24 to go in the match. We're at 165 pounds. Watertown leading the duel 25-19. Again, Erdahl, he's like he had the arm bar in there. Now hooks in the chicken wing on the left side and will go potentially dangerous with 1:04 to go. Here on 4 Wins tonight, Kurt's Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. Aiden Zaveski a 10-2 win at 132. Lotto So forfeit at 138. Moses Gross win by fall at 150. TJ Lean decision at 157. That's your Kurt's Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. 55 seconds to go. 9-1 lead as Chaparro on the board as Erdahl let him up. Now they're both hooked together. Throw by Erdahl, but let him go. As Chaparro went out, and Erdahl says, let's come back in the middle. We're going to keep wrestling. Keep the clock rolling. He's up 9-1. In some shadow wrestling there as Chaparro reaches out. Just kind of punches on the forehead. Now come in, locked up on the arms, and Erdahl trying to throw, and he will get the takedown. And an 11-1 lead for Erdahl as he's in control here inside of 20 seconds to go at 165. Now Erdahl hooks that chicken wing in. He's trying to get some back points here right at the end. Is he going to get enough for the tilt? He's going to get some tilt points here right at the end, but we get to the end of the match. Going to be at least another 2, going to be 3, and it's a 14-1 win for Tucker Erdahl of Watertown. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Body changes, their eyesight does too, especially in the teen years. Don't let your child fall behind in front of the smart board or the scoreboard because their vision can't keep up. According to a recent survey, 84% of parents in the United States wait until their child complains of vision issues before scheduling an eye exam. Many common vision problems can be corrected when caught in early childhood, so don't delay. Give Dr. Porsche a call today. See the best.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We moved to 175 and a near takedown by Shar Sir of Huron, but ran out of real estate there. Shar Sir, junior for Huron, Andrew Stricker, senior, Shaw Sir, junior for Huron, and Andrew Stricker, senior for Watertown. 30 seconds gone, and again, Sir almost got the takedown there, but went out of bounds. We're back on our feet with no score. Again, locked up briefly, now break away. Still doing that shadow wrestling thing. There's the single leg. Sir gets in there, driving, picks him up, and doesn't have control yet. And nope, he does have the takedown. Shar Sir, a 2-0 lead. Sir trying to get in on the headlock now pushes back. Now works off that right leg. Still riding, and now Stricker just going to walk away and get the escape. It's 2-1, 42 seconds to go in the first period. And wrestlers back on their feet doing the shadow wrestling here. Little fake there by Stricker, and Shar gets in there with the front headlock, but we go out of bounds. 2-1 lead for Shar Sir of Huron at 175 pounds. The lead 29-19 in the duel here for Watertown. Again, just doing some shadow wrestling as there's the single leg shot by Stricker, but Sir was ready, and now we're back on our feet. Little swipe there by Stricker. Now Shar tries to get in on the front there. Now he's having a little trouble with his headgear, it looks like. Back to the middle of the mat, and we're into the first period. 2-1 lead, Shar Sir here after one period at 175 pounds. Start the second period. And off the whistle, it's Shar Sir riding on Stricker. Stricker gets on his feet, but a nice move by Shar Sir, and he flipped Stricker over, but went out of bounds with it too. This is one of those moves that it just takes so much real estate, he can't stay on the mat. So back to the middle, and Sir continues to ride on Stricker. Early second period, 2-1 lead for Sir. Now Shar has control of the leg. Now he lets go of that as he's around the midsection. Stricker up on his feet and will go out of bounds. Well, we're going out of bounds a lot, not getting a whole lot of anywhere. Back off the whistle with Sir continuing to ride. 30 seconds gone in the second period. Again, Stricker up on his feet. Finally, Shar lets him go. Escape for Stricker. We're tied at 2 and back on our feet. Single leg by Sir. Gets in there and keeps driving, keeps scooting around. That does not have the control. Is now Stricker trying to counter with a headlock of his own, and he's got the takedown, and Stricker's getting back points out of it too. 57 seconds to go in the second period. Sir able to rotate his hips, but Stricker continues to work on that arm. He's really pulling on it, trying to get the back points. Stricker has a 4-2 lead, and he's got back points coming, pending when he finishes off this move. He's still tugging on it. Finally, they do award the 3 points, and Stricker goes up 7-2 with 34 seconds to go here in the second period. Stricker keeps the leg split there as he's riding on Sir. Now he's trying to hook in under the arm again. Now just lets him go. Sir will get the escape. It's 7-3. The wrestlers back on their feet, and Sir immediately gets in on that single leg again. Stricker countered it nicely last time. Sir, though, still driving right at the edge of the circle and out of bounds. He does not get the takedown with 4 seconds to go in the second period. That's what he was looking at, didn't get it. Quick single leg again by Sir, but the period ends. Boy, that was a lot of energy for, considering it's hard to score in 2 seconds. It can be done. We head to the third period, 7-3 lead for Andrew Stricker of Watertown. Sir now in the referee's position, and Stricker has to ride. Sir, though, with some work to do, and right now Stricker kind of breaks him down, puts the arm in the back of the head, just mashes him into the mat. Now Stricker trying to hook the arm in from the near side. Sir spreads out, but Shar really isn't able to move anywhere underneath there, and he's the guy who's behind. Stricker now goes to the other side. He's got that arm hooked in, and he's going to roll Sir through, and he's getting back points, and he's got Sure in there pretty tight, and it's a win by fall in the third period. 4 minutes, 37 seconds. Andrew Stricker win by fall for the Watertown Arrows. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We move to 190. Brock Etram is ranked number 3 in the state, senior for Watertown. Damu, senior for Huron. And we had a break there as Etram almost immediately lost his headgear, and then they whistled to stop at the appropriate time, and both wrestlers on their feet looking for that first move. Etram and Moo just going head-to-head, trying to get the hand control. Still trying to get that hand control. They got one arm hooked around, and nobody's really made a shot. Etram made a shot when he lost his headgear, but that's been about it so far. Now, Moo tried to get in on a single leg, but Etram able to counter that off. 1 minute gone in the first period. No score. Watertown back in control of the duel now at 35-19. Head-to-head, trying to get the control, and boy, just a lot of bull rushing here right now. As Moo and Etram, neither one getting much of a move or much of anything hooked up. Still shadow wrestling here, kind of slapping around. Get in with an underhook on one side, and Moo breaks away. Now front headlock in there by Etram. Etram tries to break him down. He's in hooked under the shoulders now, trying to reach the leg, doesn't get there. Now spins, they get to the edge of the mat. Now Etram shows some quickness, scoots around, and he'll get the takedown. 2-0 lead Etram with 14 seconds to go in the first period. Etram now riding it out here, probably just settled to ride it out here as we're getting to the end of the period. 2-0 lead for Brock Etram of Watertown at 190 over Damu of Huron. Second period, and we will put Etram in the referee's position, and Moo will have to ride. Off the whistle, second period. Moo behind, and 4 seconds in, just lets him go, escape, and it's 3-0 Etram, and we're back on our feet again. Etram getting in on that front headlock. Tried to lift up. Now breaks it down again, and we're shadow wrestling again. And Etram trying to hook it up from the front to get a throw. He gets in on the headlock. Now trying to scoot around for the takedown. Does scoot around and gets the takedown. 5-0 lead, Etram. Moo now tries to spread the base out there as Etram starts to work that upper body. Hooked under the arm. Now back in the middle. Still nothing there. Now Etram trying to hook up a cradle. He's got it. Oh, I thought he had it there from the far side, but he decides to scoot up from the front. Tried to turn Moo, and now he does have the cradle there again. He's been doing a lot, but Moo just isn't giving him much. Etram is up 5-0, but Etram's been trying to throw some different things at Moo, and Moo just isn't having it from underneath. And Etram trying to work that chicken wing in, trying to work him across. He keeps switching around under and over the shoulders, but now he's got that chicken wing in tight. Etram trying to crank Moo over. Starts to walk it now still, and now he is getting the back points. Moo had his legs up in the air. Now Etram trying to get it in there a little tighter. He's got the 3 back points and win by fall late in the second period. 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Brock Etram will get the win by fall for Watertown. They go up 41-19. 2 matches left to go. We'll take a break here of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Hey, it's Chumley. Brian Ramirez on the mat, senior for Huron, ranked number 6 at 215. Ethan Wenches, junior on the mat for Watertown. No score, 30 seconds in. So we're locked up forehead to forehead. Wenches trying to get in around, trying to get that headlock engaged. Now Ramirez a fake. Now Wenches releases, comes back to the middle of the mat, will circle each other again, and single leg by Ramirez, but Etram able to scoot away from it. Now hand control, go up ear to ear. So he was going to take the shot and connect here inside of a minute to go here in the first period. No score, 215 pounds. Well, still nothing doing here, just a lot of shadow wrestling, hand control. Forehead to forehead. Ramirez for Huron, Etram for Watertown. Inside of 30 seconds to go, there's the single leg. Ramirez gets in on the single leg there, trying to finish it off now with Etram, with Wenches hopping. He's got the leg up in the air, but can't do anything with it, and Etram squeaks out of it. 13 seconds to go, still no score. Still doing the shadow wrestling, following each other. We're getting to the end of the first period here, and we'll go no score. Brian Ramirez of Huron, Ethan Wenches of Watertown. Watertown is up 41-19. They have the duel secured here on your Kurtz Heating and Cooling scoreboard update. Start the second period. Wenches with the referee's position, and Ramirez will have to ride. Wenches immediately up to his feet, and Ramirez keeps a hold of the leg there. So for a second there, he released it, but Wenches didn't get away. Now he does, and there's the escape, and Wenches goes up 1-0. Now Ramirez trying to get control of the hand, and he starts to drive, gets the bear hug in there on Wenches. Wenches went out of bounds, but then came back in on his own. And now we're just going forehead to forehead, really pushing and pulling. They're at the edge of the circle. 30 seconds gone in the second period. 1-0 lead for Ethan Wenches of Watertown. They release and come back to the middle and circle in the middle. There's Wenches coming in, tries to get underneath the arm of Ramirez. Ramirez trying to get the hand control. Ramirez trying to push away on Wenches. Now we're just forehead to forehead. Underhook there and out of bounds goes the two wrestlers. 1-0 lead for Wenches. And we're back on our feet again with inside of a minute to go in the second period. Again, lock up, forehead to forehead. Now Ramirez he's got the arms hooked in underneath. Can he get the throw out of it? Wenches, he's really trying to hook it up. Ramirez trying to get the throw. Boy, now he has to release, and boy, just nothing seems to be working right now for Brian. As we come back to the middle, and now there's a caution stall on Wenches. 23 seconds to go here in the second period. 1-0 lead for Wenches. Had an escape earlier this period. Now we're forehead to forehead. 15-14 to go in the second period. Ramirez again hooks under the arm, but we're starting to run out of time here. Gets in on the single leg. Can he engage it? He gets him down, but does he pop the head out? He does not get the takedown. So close to a takedown. But Rob Lewis says no, he didn't get it before the buzzer. And Wenches will carry a 1-0 lead into the third period. Ramirez will have the referees down position here for the third period, and we'll have caution. False start. Going to go on Wenches. Now off the whistle, we wrestle. Wenches tries to come up front. Gets a headlock in on Ramirez. Now he just covers up Ramirez. As Brian goes down, and Wenches has Brian's leg split. Thought he's going to try to hook up a cradle there. Now he does. As Brian is really struggling there out of the down position. Wenches doing a good job of riding. Wenches now slides up almost a little bit too much, but still counters and keeps Brian down. Now he's kind of hooked underneath Brian's arms, and Wenches, maybe he's trying to get some sort of tilt here out of it. Minute 16 to go, 1-0 lead for Wenches. Ramirez on all fours, trying to stand out of it. Wenches, though, really controlling it from up top. Wenches continues to ride on Ramirez. 1 minute to go in the match. 1-0 lead for Wenches. Now Brian gets up on his feet, and Wenches will pretty much, nope, there's a point for Ramirez. They call the second stall on Wenches, and we're tied at 1. I think Wenches was just called for just going off the mat there with really no help from Ramirez. We're tied at 1 as Wenches is hit with a stall. 1-1 with 48 seconds to go in the match. Ramirez trying to stand up. He does stand up. Escape Ramirez. He's up 2-1. 40 seconds to go. Wenches went for the single leg. Ramirez locks him up from the front. Ramirez his first lead at 2-1 here. 31 seconds to go at 2:15. Locked up. Wenches, see if he takes his another shot here. Right now, we've just been pushing at each other. Now Ramirez just kind of swings him away. 19 seconds to go. Still doing some pushing, and there's the single leg taken by Wenches. Ramirez able to flatten it out, though, and now he's trying to hook deep 6 in. 7 seconds to go, and Ramirez, now he's trying to hook underneath, and 2-1, and Ramirez will survive. Was not easy, but Brian Ramirez, a 2-1 win at 2:15, 41-22. One match to go. We'll take a break of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Shane Hartman here at Hartman Physical Therapy. I'd like to welcome you to visit our clinic at 2297 Kansas Avenue Southeast in Huron. We provide the care you need for orthopedics, sports injuries, spinal issues, arthritic conditions, and work-related injuries. Our licensed staff will assess the problem, provide the rehab, and get you on the road to recovery. Wishing all area athletes a healthy and successful season. Hartman Physical Therapy, restoring health through thoughtful patient care.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Last match of the night, we're at heavyweight. Sir Wa, senior for Huron. Micah Hawk, junior for Watertown. Hawk ranked number 2. He's got a 2-1 lead, now a 4-1 lead as he's had a pair of takedowns, let Sir Wa up once. Hawk ranked number 2 because you know who's number 1 down there in Brandon Valley at heavyweight, Shumke. But Hack, boy, he's going after it. He's a big guy, and he's only a junior. Hack going to work here on Sir Wa. Gets that headlock in. Keeps the legs split. Now he's working a cradle. And here comes the tilt. Here comes some back points. Back points for Hawk. Sir Wa trying to wave his legs here to try to stay off the mat, but it's in there pretty tight by Hawk. Oh, Sir Wa is able to roll out of it, so 3 back points. And it's 7-1 for Micah Hawk. 1 minute gone here in the first period. Now he continues to work under the arms, and again, he's just going to go with that same move again. He's hooked underneath, scoots around, now goes far side cradle, and Sir Wa just on all fours. Now Hawk has to break it back down. Now he's going to lean in. He's underneath. He's underneath Sir's arm there. The official taking a look to make sure that it's not too far down, and Hawk continues to work, and now he's got some more back points here. He's got Sir Wa in pretty tight. Wa moving the hips and bridging, trying to stay out of it. Hawk just gets it in there a little tighter. Hawk's got the 3 points and win by fall at 1:50. Micah Hawk gets the win for Watertown, and that'll wrap it up in Watertown. A 47-22 win in the duel. Gary Zell Autoglass post-match is next. We'll talk to both coaches, select our First National Bank outstanding wrestlers, all coming up after this timeout. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports, Tiger 95.
Review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron. For a great meal, count on the Scoreboard on 3rd Street in downtown Huron. Check out their menu at their website, www.scoreboardhuron.com. The Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron.
Ensure that essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger postgame show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And we're back in the arena as the duels are over. Watertown wins both duels. But as far as the wrestling went in the girls, Huron and Watertown went 2-2 with each team getting 2 pins and a couple of nice wins there for the Huron girls. Kurt's Heating and Cooling scoreboard update for the girls. Shaylee Saw win by fall at 4 minutes, 23 seconds, and that was after she trailed either 8-0 or 10-0. I think it was 10-0. She trailed and came out with a sweet move to start the third period and pinned her opponent. Sagley also picked up a win by fall for the girls as well. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute, and we'll talk to Coach Strand next here on Dakota Sports Tiger 95.
Bettering yourself or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJV.
And we are back. First off, we talk on the Gary Zell Auto Glass post-match with Drew Strand, head coach of the Huron Tiger girls. Tigers fall in the duel tonight due mainly to forfeits, but went 2-2 in the matches they wrestled. And, Coach, you had to be happy with, especially those 2 wins. You look at Shaylee Saw, it's not over till the referee says it is. I think she was down, 10-0 going in the third period. But, boy, third period hooked it up in, 20 or 37 seconds, I think it was over.
Yep. We definitely got ourselves in positions that we didn't want to be in early on in that battle. But, we worked our way through it. And, just like I said at the beginning, you don't have to beat a girl for 6 minutes straight or beat your opponent for 6 minutes straight. And, we found that right time, and she ripped that headlock to get the fall, and it was a huge win for us coming into this end with that girl from Watertown being seeded 8 in our preceding stuffs, and Shaylee's a little bit below her at 10, I believe. So just a good win for her and to help herself move forward into state.
And then Sagley also gets a win by fall at 1:50, and she just it's kind of the same thing. She just hooked it up and took advantage of it.
Yep, I mean these girls are doing a good job and understanding of wrestling tough and starting to figure that out. We've been trying to work that in practice of just how tough actually wrestling is when you get out there, and it doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes into the match or you're late in the third period. You still always have a chance as long as you can continue to fight. And we made it work this time with 2 of our girls, and a good job for those 2.
Natu Yi, she almost got to the third period against the top-ranked wrestler, but boy, that's hard to do.
Yep, I mean, it's pretty hard. Na's kind of a shorter girl with short center of gravity, so, I think she's got that going for her. And, she always seems like she gives herself a chance here and there and always has opportunities. We just got to be, just can't be afraid to pull the trigger and try something, when we're down there and things happen. So, maybe next time, she just got to not be afraid and come out a little more stronger than she was tonight.
And then Kumui Pa, she had her chances there too and just got herself in a bad spot.
Yep, a couple times, just those 50-50 things of where, they got a full girls team and they continue to practice and got practice partners, and then we have to mix and match and things like that. So, just things like that of experienced and unexperienced girls going against each other. But, it was nice to see those girls and Kumui get out there and compete tonight.
And so now we look forward, unlike the boys who are done with the regular season here in 2 weeks before they wrestle again, you have 2 tournaments, I believe, Harrisburg Saturday and the next Thursday, the second annual ESD tournament. So I know you held out a couple of girls due to, just too many weigh-ins, so they'll be back. And then also Kaylee Bowden, I think, was just held out just with a shoulder injury, but sounds like she should be back too.
Yep, we go to Harrisburg Saturday. We'll see kind of who all we have going in there. I know I'd like to rest Kaylee as long as we can if it's possible, so just try to get that healed up and move into state with it healthy, hopefully, if we are able to do that. And we'll just have to go back and look and see and kind of see where we're at. but no, looking forward to this, and hopefully our girls can take these 2 wins tonight and kind of bring them in and bring the whole team into Harrisburg tomorrow. It was nice to see even our JV girls go out tonight and, one of them get their first win and a little bit of experience they had joining at Christmas time, so it's nice to see these girls having some success, and hopefully they can stick it out and just continue to grow.
So now, again, just explain a little how the state works. There's no regions for girls. It's strictly seeding, I assume, through track. So basically, you can see where everybody is right now, I assume.
Yep, we can see where everyone's at based on if they've entered it in. Now, this is kind of just a rough draft of things, so we won't know for sure until everyone enters. There's girls at the end because it's not mandatory that you have to enter them, but we get a pretty good idea of where the girls fall, 1 to 16, and the top 16 make it. And then you get seeding points based off of records and opponents that you've beat and things like that, and being returning state placers. So, it's nice when you can get some good wins out there against girls who have made it to state before to help yourself out in the seeding points. Unfortunately, it'd be nice to see us go to something more of a region because it's kind of tough when you're deciding whether your girl's going to make it to state or not when we don't have a tournament that we go to that kind of says, here, you either make it or you don't.
Or a girl beats your girl out and you didn't wrestle during the season.
Yep, and we're just kind of flirting on the edge of things of, especially those 14, 15 seeds in there right now, you don't know or for sure if everyone's entered in. So you kind of got to float around there and just continue to try to win on here on out and just make something happen to where you can keep enough seeding points to stay in.
And finally, we should mention, too, I forgot when we were talking about her, but Shaylee Saw is our First National Bank Outstanding Wrestler. Again, it's never over till it's over.
Yep, she does a phenomenal job. She's been doing a good job of sticking it out, and I know she fell a little short last year where she wanted to be, ended up at state. So, I think she's got that goal set for herself again is to make it back there. And, she works hard at it when she's here, so just continue to do those things and see what happens.
Drew Strand, head coach of the Tiger Girls, will take a timeout here, a 1 minute. Talk to Coach Goff next on Dakota Sports.
With incredible savings, it's the New Year blowout sale at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. Over 200 new and used in stock. Save over $2,300 off a Buick Envision. New Chevy 1500 Crew Cab. Save $6,500. Get a GMC 1500 Crew Cab with over $7,700 off. It's the New Year blowout sale at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ Blizzard. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ Blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger sports.
And we're back here, and we continue at the arena. Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game talk with Matt Goff, head coach of the Huron Tigers, has stripped off the tie and the suit coat here. Got a little warm down there, I suppose. Pretty warm up here, too. But, Coach, you fall in at 47-22, but really competed well. Got within 25-19 at one point. A couple of nice wins for the boys tonight.
Yeah, a lot of the matches that we lost were some really solid kids from Watertown, and the matches that they weren't super high rated, we wrestled well. Quite a few guys wrestling hard in the third period, and scoring in the third is what we really like to see, especially moving toward the postseason. Just making matches last if you're not the favored guy and putting yourself in position to really go get a win.
Outstanding wrestler is Aiden Zaveski, the senior, caps off his Huron Arena run with a 10-2 win. You said that was a nice win for him.
Yeah, he's really been working hard. He's been in and out of the lineup with injuries this year. He's one of those kids that's always gone to camp, comes to open match, so it's nice to see him have success in his last night at the Huron Arena.
Lato So gets the win by forfeit. Nice to get the win, but I would have liked to have seen him wrestle against the Stroop kid, though, too, as well, because I was a good guy, and he felt that he could do something with him.
Yeah, I was excited for that matchup. I really think Law matches up well with him and could have really put himself in a good position for state seeding if we would have got that match. Hopefully we'll see it later on in the year, and we can get that win later on.
And Moses Gross, he looked like on a mission tonight. You know, that wasn't chopped liver there on the other side. Pitlick for Watertown, ranked number 7, but Moses gets the win by fall just before the end of the first period. And like I said, he came out in a tornado.
Yep. In his last match when he lost, he didn't come out ready to wrestle. He was just sitting back waiting for the other guy. So we've really been talking about going after every opponent just like they are just like anybody else. You don't sit back, you don't wait, you go after everybody.
You know, and TJ Lean, 8-2 win at a 157. He's also getting himself in wrestling shape as he's been, he had the injury in the fall in cross country and was just getting back in wrestling shape. And you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but for that last name, he hasn't been wrestling his whole life.
No, he started as a freshman, so it's pretty exciting to see him get a big win tonight. Hopefully he can carry that momentum. He's finally got a weight class where he can really compete. The last few years, he's just been kind of filling the lineup up weight classes. He's down at 157. He fills that weight class out pretty nice, and he just wrestles tough, and he's somebody that's going to wrestle hard in the third period, and you definitely don't want to see him later in the season.
And then Brian Ramirez, boy, just kind of a survival match for him. He wins 2-1, but the Wenches kid, give him credit. He just didn't give Brian anything.
Yeah, Brian was on the offensive the whole time looking for those points. Brian just couldn't quite get to the legs to get the early takedown and made it a tough match. Brian got a couple stall calls early, which helped us out to get the win in the regulation.
And a couple of losses, Carter Nelson, Chase Matthews to start things off at 106. You're hoping that might be a little tighter. Give Matthews credit. He took control after the two guys did have a tight match earlier in the season.
Yeah, Carter wrestled well. Just can't hang out on our knees in front of people when we're shorter than them. That Matthews kid's quite a bit longer and was able to lock up a couple cradles and get some takedowns early, which didn't help us out.
And our heartbreak kid tonight, Tegan Lean, had his chance, lost 5-3 in the final seconds.
Yeah, Tegan Lean, he's been wrestling 138 for most of the year. Lado went down to 138, so Tegan bumped up to 144 off of his win at the Groton tournament and really wrestled a tough match. Just couldn't quite get it done in the third period and gave up a late takedown for the loss. But it was an excellent match. It was great to see him battle the whole time.
You know, and just overall, you know, the other duels I've watched tonight in comparison just feels like we just seem to be a little more engaged tonight.
Yeah, this by far is our best we've looked all season. I think we only won one match the last time we wrestled them. So the first duel out, and we've really improved a lot since the beginning of the year. And hopefully we can prove a little bit more in the next 2 weeks to get us ready to roll.
And next 2 weeks, you're off here. And again, it's just a scheduling glitch. Hopefully it gets solved next year. But we went so long trying to figure out what to do with that dual tournament, and that's how we end up with the 2 weeks off here with the dual tournament taking the place of what would have been our Huron Invitational. And you know, I think this ends up being a longer time off from actual wrestling than Christmas break.
Yeah, it's a good break that we have, and we're a little dinged up. So I'm looking at it as a positive for our guys to get healthy and really get themselves focused in on what they have to improve on the next couple weeks. We don't have to spend time cutting weight or anything, or just get in the wrestling room, work on what we need to improve for regions, and hopefully we'll be ready to roll.
And it sounds like you're not real worried about the guys staying engaged here. I mean, this is going to be a long time to wait to wrestle again.
I really like the group of guys we have. You can just tell some of them really love the sport of wrestling, and they like to go out there and battle and compete. So I'm expecting them to take this little break as a pleasure and get ready to roll.
Matt Goff, head coach of the Huron Tiger boys. They fall tonight here in the duel, 47-22. And again, Aiden Zaveski is our outstanding wrestler. 1 minute timeout. We'll wrap it up here from the arena on Dakota Sports.
Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
The HRMC Physicians Clinic proudly welcomes the newest addition to their team, General Surgeon Dr. Terry Larson. Dr. Larson brings a wealth of experience and expertise in general surgery, along with a passion for providing exceptional care to his patients before, during, and after surgery. Whether you're in need of a simple procedure or a complex surgery,